age of primes has ended. Buy me, and you will never have a Transformers 1 collection with just Optimus Prime ever again! Megs up! Finally, our Transformers 1 Studio Series collection is more than just Optimus Prime. We have Megatron! Doing the splits as I'm touching him. Yeah, this figure is really, really cool. I'm kind of late to the party on talking about this one, because I forgot to. I bought this like a month ago, and I forgot to do the video. My bad. But I'm here now with the Studio Series Deluxe Class Megatron. He is Megatron now. He's not D-16 anymore. He has declared his identity, and this figure is really, really cool. I'm really happy with it. Is it perfect? No, I have my issue with like the coloration of Transformers 1 Studio Series, and I feel like this figure kind of suffers from some of that like concept art syndrome where he's got some elements that are more D-16 than Megatron, so I kind of had to improvise. Mostly the fusion cannon. He pretty much has the D-16 fusion cannon. Like this is D-16s. This is not Megatron's, and you're supposed to take these little gun bits that he does not have in the tank mode in the movie. These are just like extra, kind of like the extra gun bits that the Optimus had. You're supposed to take this thing and have it as a second little gun arm, but it doesn't really look right. Like this just isn't looking right. So I think the most accurate, even though this doesn't have the proper like 3 barrels, putting that on the end and then taking one of these guns and putting it on the arm is my configuration for this Megatron, but it's what I've done. It's the best I can do. It is kind of made out of the gray plastic, which I think it would have looked a lot better if he was like all silver, and I know Hasbro could do that. They just didn't. It's still a really nice iteration of Megatron from my favorite Transformers movie. This is a very, very nice figure. He gets the proportion down really well. He still has the backpack. He just looks good, dude. He looks really good. While we're looking at him, I might as well bring in his best friend in the world, Optimus Prime. You can see the Optimus, by comparison, still looks pretty chonky. I feel like the Studio Series Optimus is just a very chonky boy, probably a little chonkier than he needed to be. But they do look good together. They definitely do look very good together. I'm very much looking forward to getting B and Alita 1, even though, if you ask me, I feel like we already have a very nice Bumblebee with the Prime Changer. I feel like he's a good scale. I feel like he just works with these figures pretty well. Will I display him with these until we get the Studio Series? Yeah. And I'm actually not sure which Bumblebee I'll prefer, because I really, really, really like this B. I think it'll take a lot for me to get rid of it. Well, I won't get rid of it, but, you know, it'll take a lot for it to not be the main B for my TF1 collection. But yeah, these look really good together. They do have the same kind of design philosophies, and they also have the same kind of like anti-metallic color scheme where there's not really a lot of metallics, which makes very little sense to me because the movie was very metallic when it comes to the character designs. Like Megs was silver. He was straight up silver. And getting this gray toy, it's not bad, but hopefully the Takara Tomy premium finish line is still around, because I wouldn't mind having some nicer deco on these guys. Alrighty, let's get a little bit closer on Megatron and take a look at some of his details. This is my first toy of full-on Megatron. The only other ones I have are pretty much D-16. And this one is pretty nice. I mean, I love the design of the helmet. I love the angles and everything. I do think the face sculpt looks pretty good. That definitely does look a lot like how he does in the movie. The shoulders are nice. They're no longer rounded. They're much more angular. The chest looks really good. And there is a nice empty spot there if you do want to throw a Decepticon symbol, depending on, you know, the position in the movie, I guess. The arms definitely look nice. And I think they did a good job like integrating the treads into the arms, because you can't really tell the treads are there. I mean, around the back you can really start to see them, but I think they did a good job with the arms. The legs, nice and lean, nice and slick. And they do form the same part of the tank that they do in the movie, which I definitely appreciate. So if you want, here, let me just do this real quick, because I think it's really funny. We can go ahead and kind of transform the leg and do the whole, like, limping thing. This was in, like, one of the teaser trailers, like in one of the first ones, so it's not really a big spoiler. But yeah, you can do the whole like, my leg is a part of the tank now, I can't walk. Yeah, it looks like both Orion and D are kind of struggling here. They're both kind of struggling to learn. I think that's kind of cute how you can replicate that with the toys. I don't really think you could do that with like Bumblebee unless you pop the wheels off, I guess. I don't remember what Alita's issue was. I don't remember what hers was. But yeah, pretty cool. Definitely enjoy that ability with the toy. I definitely do appreciate the details. Oddly enough, the backpack is painted silver, but nothing else is. Just the backpack and the face, pretty much. I definitely feel like that silver paint would have been more appreciated elsewhere, but it's okay. It's okay. Let's go ahead and talk about his articulation, because it's pretty good. It's pretty good. He's got a ball joint and a hinge at the head. The hinge is pretty much for transformation, but you can use it. Like if you want that menacing look at the end there, you can definitely get that going on. Oh, that might be the thumbnail right there. Here, thumbnail. There we go. Yeah, that needs to be the thumbnail. What's the rest of the articulation? He has ball joints at the shoulders because Studio Series still uses ball joints for particular joints. Nice outward. Definitely appreciate that. He has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow for transformation, and that goes in all of the way, which is super nice. Wrist swivel. He's got a waist swivel. He has ball joints at the hips. Again, because Studio Series still can use them, even though Legacy and Siege and all that has done away with them. Thigh swivel, knee bend, and do keep in mind with the knee, like, it tabs in straight, and you can have them straight in the robot mode, but that's mostly for transformation because you have to literally untab it to bend the knee. So it's up to you if you want like that slight bend or if you just want to untab it. Then the ankles move up just a tiny bit, they move down, and you get a little bit of tilt as well. So the articulation on good old Megatron here is pretty solid. It's definitely pretty solid articulation. I'm definitely digging this. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get Megatron transformed into his awesome tank mode. I really enjoy this transformation. I think I remember it pretty much all the way. We will need to untab the cannon, unfortunately, but that's not that big of a deal. Alright, so what do we do here? I'm just doing stuff, honestly. It's pretty faithful to the movie when it comes to how everything moves and everything. I feel like everything pretty much goes in the right spots, and I think that's pretty cool. Do keep in mind it does have these it does have these inaccurate little extra guns on the back if you want to keep those on or not. I think they look fine. I'm not stressing about them. But yeah, it's pretty decent transformation. I'm trying to remember how we do the arms. I know the hands actually conceal pretty nice. You just flip it and it's like, wait, where'd the hand go? I think that's pretty impressive. If you ask me, if I do say so myself. Yeah, the joints, especially the shoulder joints, those ball joints are a little scary. Moving them around, I feel like the peg might snap. You can see they're super thick, so I doubt that would ever happen. Alright, so pretty much already there. I'm just kind of doing it. I'm not really walking you through it, but I never really walk you through it. There are so many awesome Transformers YouTubers that can perfectly walk you through this. That's not what I do. I'm not the walker-througher. I am just the doer. That doesn't really make a lot of sense, but that's what I've said. That's what I've said, and I'm sticking to it. Oh, yeah, we have to rotate the thigh there. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's do that first. Okay. Okay. Everything's coming together pretty quick. Pretty easy. I mean, it's a Studio Series Deluxe. It's not really too much going on with how everything functions and all that. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's a good transformation, dude. Pretty much the last thing we have to do is get the arms. And bada bing, bada boom. That's pretty much it. Here's his tank. Looking very, very cool. I definitely love how much you can articulate the actual tank turret. That moves around a lot, but do keep in mind the more you move it, it's just going to come off the little peg it's on, because it is packed separately in the box, so it's just a normal, like, peg. And you can, I guess, if you want to be weird about it, you could attach it in different ways. It's up to you, I guess. If you want, like, a super tiny gun, if you want a little tiny gun, you can do that, a little tiny. It's kind of neat. You do have some option with that, but obviously you're supposed to put it in the back so it looks the biggest. It's pretty accurate with how the chest is positioned, where the head is. It's a pretty accurate transformation to the movie, and I really respect that. So overall, a pretty nice tank. Not really a lot of new details revealed in the tank mode. It's pretty much just a tank. It's got a little bit of treads there. It's a good interpretation of a Megatron tank, where it kind of makes that compromise where it's almost an H tank, but it's not really an H tank. It's more like a W tank. I don't really know how to describe it. But yeah, it's a really cool alt mode, dude. I really, really like this figure. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my look at Transformers 1 Studio Series Deluxe Class Megatron. It's a nice Megatron, dude. It's definitely one of the better Deluxe Megatrons I think it's ever come out. Megatron hasn't had a lot of great Deluxe classes. Probably one of my other favorites is like the IDW, like Stealth Bomber. But this is definitely up there for me. It's one of the better Deluxe Megatrons. I'm really happy to add this to the Deluxe Megatron collection. And as the main Megatron for Transformers 1 in Studio Series form, I'm pretty happy with it. There's definitely other options for full-on Megatron, 3-0, Yellow Park, Blockies. There's a lot of other choices, but this is the one that transforms. This is the one that is the proper Transformers figure. And it's nice, dude. You can see it looks great with Optimus. I am very happy with how they scale together. Optimus does look a little blocky, a little chunky in comparison, but I don't think it's that drastic, that big of a worry. Overall, I'm really happy with these two. I'm really looking forward to see how the Transformers 1 Studio Series collection develops. Sentinel Prime looks like a dream, and I'm really happy they made him a Voyager, because I think doing that and adding all the extra bits and everything was one of the smartest moves they could have ever done. It looks really good, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this collection progresses. I have a very nice, big, dedicated shelf space for Transformers 1, and I'm really hoping this collection grows. There's a lot of other characters they could do. I'm really hoping we get like a Voyager or Leader class Darkwing. I would love a Darkwing. Arachnid would be great. There's so many other characters they could do. But the line seems to be kind of slow going. Bumblebee seems to be on the horizon, but Alita, let's just hope that it doesn't take a whole year to come out like they're saying. Alrighty, guys. I've rambled on long enough. Thank you all so much for watching. Special shout out to channel members, as always. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.